There are thousands of DOS games. Most of them are terrible. I play one selected at random with a 20-minute time limit and record it live. This is the result. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Random DOS Game Show. And this is a completely unique and original idea by Felipe Mateus, probably pronouncing that wrong, called Gobman. That's right, version 1.12. So we have a fairly nice menu, and I do apologise to D. Byers, who I stole a copy of because I'm a bad person. Let's have a look at the instructions. You are Gobman. The enemies look oddly familiar. You have power pills, which gives you the power to kill enemies by eating them. What a novel idea. You've got the object. A different one appears at each level. 200 points. You've got a bomb. Oh, that's different. You can accumulate bombs to kill all the enemies. Well, that makes it a bit easier. And then the hourglass stops them, but they remain lethal. Okay. So there is some functional differences. Let's hit play and see what happens. Get ready. Well, Gobman looks kind of familiar. I can't exactly put my finger on it as to what it is that he's like. There's probably some obscure arcade game or something that Gobman is similar to. So you have to get all these dots for Gobman. And yes, there's an object that you can chew on in order to get extra points. In this case, it was some cherries. Which again is another Oh, that was a fast ghost. Did you see that? It came out of nowhere. So, like another game of a similar name, different ghosts presumably have different skills and abilities. And maybe it's just my imagination, but I believe the cycle count is a little high on this. That or I'm incredibly tired and rusty, which is, let's just face it, far more likely. Oh dear. Dying on level 1. What would the Gobman experts of the Gobman community think? There we go. I was able to get that, and able to get that. So, level 2. We have to be on the lookout for a strawberry. I like being conservative with the little dots on the... I've talked myself into trouble here. Well, I had to do that. He was going to catch me otherwise. There's the strawberry. Can we get the strawberry? The controls aren't bad. It's a little bit finicky with the keys. But other than that, it's not too bad. Oh, let's pick up that bomb. So, we'll use the bomb functionality. Boom! Yeah, that worked. So there you go. It's perfectly functional and playable, for the most part. It's not, gonna bowl you over. But, at the same time, it's nice and smooth and it's doing what it's supposed to. Which is all you can ask, really, of what I believe might well be a clone of Pac-Man. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, I know I didn't need to use that. But this gives me a brief window of opportunity to just get the last few dots. Now, this is where I die because I'm down to 2 lives. And honestly, do you really need to see me play this anymore? Not really is the honest answer, but I'm gonna just... Oh, I must get that. Yes. Obviously, each level's a little bit difficult compared to the last. And yeah, it's one of those strange situations where I spent so much of my time this weekend sharding in a warehouse that my voice is starting to go. And when when you're playing games on the side where you're constantly talking, having your voice start to go on you is, that was a terrible mistake. Fortunately, I outfoxed him. Oh yes, I bluffed my way through that, much like I do in life. Right, now I'm in trouble. Now I'm in severe trouble. Oh! Yep. That's the thing. If you bluff your way through life, eventually you're gonna get caught out. But I live to fight another day. And I may well be able to get an apple in this one, which is very exciting. That's right, I have played this too long. Right, I'm just going to ignore them and gobble up some dots here. There's the apple. Can I get the apple? Yes! Well, there we go. I mean, life is just perfect now. Who needs the ability to speak? It's overrated when we could be munching down on pixelated apples. And for those of you who have lived under a rock and don't understand why I'm not talking about the game more, this is a passable and enjoyable DOS clone of Pac-Man. Now, there are other versions of Pac-Man that I have played, you know, that aren't quite as good, and I've probably been more enthusiastic about. And that's because if you're doing a Pac-Man clone after, say, 1984, then really it's sort of par for the course, and there's been that many of them that it's not really a big deal. It's more an exercise in programming, and I've spoken about this in the past. I will die soon, I promise. Oh, look at the speed of that guy. Whoa, I had to get that dot. That was very fortuitous. Oh, there's a pear. I'll take that. Now, I need to get over here and then turn the tables on them. Yes, for a lot of developers, cutting their teeth was a matter of doing ports for other systems or just designing a little clone just to showcase their abilities and what they could do. And I'm in trouble here. Look at the speed of red here. Oh, it's a cat and mouse chase, and another boy's out, and there we go. Down to 0 lives. So, unbelievably, I'm actually at the top. Now, I'm not entirely sure about that, because if you look at the score sheet here, there are some unbelievable scores. Somebody made it to 111 with an outrageous score, but for whatever reason, Lonnie is top. So there we are. I'll take it. And it immediately kicks you out. So that is Gobman. What is it? Well, it's a capable freeware clone of Pac-Man from 1992 with a few little things like hourglasses, which I didn't showcase, and bombs, which I did. They were nice little additions. And the speed of the ghosts seemed a bit fairer. I mean, you could slow down the cycles count if you found that a bit difficult. But otherwise, yes, it was a nice little showcase of Felipe Mateus's coding ability. And hopefully he went on and did some extra stuff after this, because it was pretty good. And if you like me talking about random DOS games, I do it all the time. Feel free to take a look at the hundreds of other videos on the channel. And if you like what you see there, you can always subscribe. And if you are here for random clones for DOS of games from the past, then you're probably not one of my patrons or members. These fine individuals like to watch over my shoulder and say, "Hey Lonnie, look at that obscure and underrated game. That's interesting." And then when something like Gobman comes up, a certain patron will say, "It's a Pac-Man clone, enough said." Wonderful folk. Could have saved you a few minutes of watching, honestly, if I'd just left that comment. Until next time.